Today I'm going to be talking to you about Sway. If you're unfamiliar with Sway, Sway is an Office 365 app that helps you and your students express their ideas on a topic using an interactive web-based program. Through Sway, they can add photos, text, videos really easily, and one of the best things about Sway is when you're looking for a presentation tool is that students already have accounts to 365 and this is already a program that is loaded into their portal. So that makes it really easy for you just to get students going on their project. If you have never seen a Sway before, the example on our PowerSchool resource page, our technology resource page, under Curriculum Connections, there is a Sway page where you can see an example. In 4th grade, the ELA curriculum asked them to create a presentation on a person. So I've made one on Jane Goodall to just kind of show you what is possible through Sway. So I've got my Sway coming up here, and I've got the first tile here is a just summary of Jane Goodall, who she was. I've got a picture, I've got content in front of it. I moved on to talk about her childhood. I can also embed a video. I can do a slide deck here where I can just touch the screen and scroll through photos. I can also just compare two images next to each other, and then I can also continue to add content and pictures with captions. So you can kind of see it's a way that you can scroll through things quickly and get information about your project. So how do you and your students create a Sway? I'm going to go ahead and go up to my browser, and I'm going to open a new tab, and I'm going to type in portal.office.com. That is going to take me to my Microsoft 365 page. Once I've already been into my Microsoft 365 portal, I can click on the waffle up in the corner, and Sway is one of the programs that you will see is already embedded into their pinned resources. Once you click on Sway, this will take you to your Sway homepage, and there are different ways that you can create a Sway. So you can start new, which is kind of like a blank slate, a brand new project. You could start from a topic, which is if you type in your topic, such as giraffes, then Sway is going to automatically pull content and an outline that they think might be helpful for you to follow when you're creating a presentation. Or you can start from a document that you might already have some content in, like a PowerPoint or a Word, and you can adapt it from that. I would recommend that you advise students to create new, as you probably have a rubric that's from the curriculum or some sort of project expectations for them. So I'm going to show you when you have students log in, show them how to create new. For today's purposes, I'm going to model creating a Sway using the content of giraffes. Okay, so I'm going to type in giraffes as my title. I'm going to go ahead and click on Design in the corner because this is going to give me some options of what I want my presentation to look like. So if I click on Styles, you can see first option is how I want it to look. Do I want it to be vertical like I showed you with Jane Goodall, where I'll just scroll up and down and get different content that way? Horizontal, I'll slide back and forth to get my content. Or slides would be more of a traditional slideshow like you might see in PowerPoint. Just for something different, I'm going to go with horizontal, and then I'm going to scroll down and take a look at some of the pre-made designs or templates that I can use. I like the way that looks, so I'm going to just select that, and then I'm going to go up to the top where I see Storyline. I'm going to click on Storyline, and it's going to take me back to my giraffe slide deck here. So you'll notice over in the corner when we saw the giraffes, it was just the template. I might want to add my own personalized background. So if I do that, I'm just going to select background by clicking on it. And when I do, this box over here on the right appears. What's great about using Sway is that there's a built-in search engine. So when students are searching for content, pictures, images, videos to add to their Sway, they never have to leave this program. And that's great because you don't have to teach students to download pictures. You don't have to teach them how to save them, upload them. We can easily insert them into our program. So I'm just going to put in giraffes as my search term, and it's going to pull all of the images that they have available through their program. You'll see this Creative Commons only. That's something that Microsoft has so that you have content that you can use through a Sway without copyright infringements, because we're not making these public or selling or publishing them. So I'm going to go ahead and select an image, and I'm just going to select Add. Okay, now I can see if I wanted to see how that changed my presentation, you can see now instead of the checked background, I have the giraffe image behind my title. I like the way that looks, so I'm going to click Edit, and I'm going to get back out to my storyline. Now, I don't want just images, so I'm going to add more content to my storyline. So every time I want to add something, I'm simply going to hit this plus sign, and it gives me different types of things that I can add. So I'm going to start with a heading, and I'm just going to call this all about, or actually I'm going to make it fun facts about giraffes. Okay, so I've got my heading there, fun facts about giraffes, and maybe again I want to drag another image, so I'm just I've still got my image block open. I'm going to be able to select another picture, hit add, and now it's in my heading card. Since this is the heading, I want to emphasize it by making it bold. You could also make it accented, making it italics, or just changing it so it doesn't look the same as the title of my presentation. Focus points allows me to focus on one area of a picture so that when it's zoomed in over here, it shows me the part that I want. Hit X there. Okay, so now I'm going to say that I want to add some text content. So I'm going to click my text box, and I'm going to add a fact about giraffes. Did you know that the giraffe is the tallest land mammal? Okay, so I've got my fact there, and you might want students to create lengthier content like we saw in the Jane Goodall presentation, but for now I'm just going to leave it with simple facts. Okay, again, I can change the way it looks by using these common text features. If this is more important, I can emphasize it a little bit. If I don't like it, I can delete it. Okay, I'm going to go ahead again, and I'm going to add some more content. This time I want to add a stack of images. So since I just talked about them being tall, I'm going to go over to my pictures. I'm going to add images, and I'm just going to look for giraffes standing. Okay. So now, since I talked about them being tall, I'm going to select a few images that really will showcase their height. Okay. And I'm just going to select Add. So I've got 6 images. And when it says a stack of images, that means that they're all going to be on top of each other like we saw, where I can scroll through. I'm not going to be able to caption each image in the stack at this point. Okay, so even though I've clicked on these details, you can see it doesn't let me edit the captions. So I'm going to click that image again. Okay, I've got my group stack done. Okay, now I've got those. I want to see how my presentation's going, so again at the top I'm going to click play. Okay, so I'm going to, remember I chose horizontal scrolling, so giraffes, fun facts about giraffes. Did you know that the giraffe is the tallest land mammal? There's my image stack showcasing them. Okay, and then that's how my presentation looks so far. Okay, I want to keep adding things, and I'm going to edit it. I'm going to again hit this plus content, and I'm going to add some text. Okay, check out the images that show how tall giraffes are. Okay. Okay, I've got that. Again, I can go through and continue to add things that have to do with that. Okay. Okay, now I'm ready to kind of show you how to end my presentation. I've added a lot of different kinds of media. Okay, now when I've added a heading, I've added text, images, a stack. I could upload a document if I have a file or a paper that I've written separately. Again, different types of text. The only other thing I think you might want to know is if you want somebody to add an audio file. A cool thing is within Sway, students can actually record themselves talking, so that if you wanted them to narrate something, they could do that. At this point, I'm not going to show you exactly how that works because I'm recording on a separate device. But I do want to add a video. Okay, so I'm going to go to Media, and I'm going to add a video. And again, a great thing is because now over here, videos that I might want to showcase. So this is a baby giraffe standing for the first time. So since that's something I talk about in my previous, I'm going to add that over there. Just put the caption, giraffes can stand almost immediately. Okay, so I've got my fact there. I'm going to add a final slide, and I'm just going to say, make this a heading. I want to learn more about giraffes. You can find information. I've got my final slide there. I'm going back to images, giraffes, put my image search word in. Okay. I'm going to select add, and it's there. Okay. I want to see what my presentation looks like. I've got my fun facts, my stack, my did you know. My video is embedded so I could watch it quickly without ever leaving my sway. And then my final slide is there. Okay. Like we talked about, a great thing about utilizing this as your digital presentation platform is that students can easily share it. So you can click share it with those in your organization with the link. They could put the link out on their PowerSchool page or specific people or groups. So they could enter your email address, and then this would be shared with you just like you share other documents. You probably want to limit to view or edit if it's a group project. Okay, so I hope gives you a little bit of information to get you going with Sway. And then if you have other questions or concerns or want some help getting started with your class, reach out to your technology coordinator and they'd be happy to help support you.